So I started thinking about this fear and anger and sadness and disappointment that a lot of women have towards men, that probably has been there for millennia, but it's more present nowadays because due to social media and news amplifying these problems and all these feelings, which I think is a good thing. Because I started thinking, what if the collective female subconscious and the collective male subconscious came to me in couples therapy? I've been giving couples therapy now for like about 7 years. What if this collective unconscious and this collective unconscious came to me because they wanted to have more peace? They wanted to get along better and fix their relationship. Well, I would use nonviolent communication. And small parenthesis here, nonviolent communication defines itself by its opposite, violent and nonviolent. And that's because, even a lot of creators of nonviolent communication and nonviolent protest, they hated having to define themselves by their opposite, but they've had to dive so deep into what is violence and nonviolence. It takes a lot of study and understanding, and for this to be communicated to the average person who hasn't done the study, it kind of has to be communicated as by its opposite, because everyone knows what violence is. Well, most of us agree on what violence is, yeah, even though sometimes it's not physical. And but we don't know exactly what nonviolence is. Is it peace? Is it empathy? Depends on the situation, right? So in nonviolent communication, they say that every negative emotion comes from an unmet need. So if the collective female subconscious came to me and like, I have a lot of anger, I have a lot of resentment. Okay, good emotions. Okay, what about? Well, I have a need for respect. I have a need for peace. And I have a need for safety, for my well-being, and the well-beings of those I love. Great, very valid. And if the male subconscious was, well, I'm feeling very angry because I have a need for understanding, I have a need for empathy, for patience. Well, then this is a different conversation now, because then we can focus on what actions represent respect and represent understanding. And we can have, instead of a judgment, a blanket judgment, it's okay, in this specific conversation between you, man, and you, woman, what do you need and what do you need? And without demanding it of each other, say, this is what I would like. And if the other person can't give that to you, then you go ahead and you go elsewhere, because it's important that your needs are met, because you are a living thing, and all living things need things. And it's just about knowing how to ask for them, how to have this dialogue, how to have this understanding. And those that don't have the empathy will keep being marginalized, and those that do have the empathy and the will to change and to negotiate will be more connected, and those outside